Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of zeros of quadratic functions. This is standard A.7B in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 14 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a quadratic function here. F of x equals 12x squared minus 36x plus 27. We need to find something that's true. And I'm going to open up my graph paper here. We notice that they're all asking about zeros. Okay, so how many zeros are there and what is it exactly? So it could be two different zeros, could be one different zero. So how do we even figure that out? Well, what we do is we look for this and we know that it is in the standard form, right? So if we remember, our standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. And if we need that, we've got our reference material that we can reference there. That standard form of linear equations is right there. Ax squared plus bx equals, or plus c. And how does that help us? Well, we can label our a, b's, and c's. Okay, so our a equals 12, because that's the coefficient in front of the x squared. Our b is going to be negative 36, and our c is going to equal 27. Well, we can use what I call the diamond method here, right? And what we could do is we can multiply a times c, put that up there. We can multiply b by right there. And holy cow, 12 times 27? Yeah, that's going to be a bit much. So you know what? Let's look and see if there's a common factor we can take out of there first. And you know what? I could take a 3 out of all of that. So I'm gonna save myself. It'll still work the other way. I'm gonna save myself a little bit of trouble here. So let's do this. Let's take that common factor out because I don't really want to mess with all that. So I'm going to take 3 out. I'm going to factor that out. So that's going to give me 4x squared minus 12x and then plus 9. Okay, that's more doable. So now we need to rewrite our a's. Our a is going to be 4, b is going to be negative 12, c is going to be 9. All right, when possible, try to factor something out. So now let's try it here. A and c, a times c is 36. B is negative 12. All right, so now we're thinking, what two factors of 36 can you multiply to get 36 and add to get negative 12? Well, 6 times 6 will get me 36 and give me 12, so I can make it negative 6 and negative 6, right? You need these two factors to multiply up to 36 and add to negative 12. Okay, so now what we do is we rewrite this one, right? And we say, we still have to keep that 3 out there, 4x squared, but I'm going to take this negative 6 right here, and I'm just going to, or that negative 12, I'm going to make it negative 6x minus 6x plus 9. So I'm just going to kind of split it like that. And then what I'm thinking about is how can I split this, right, and factor some different parts out. So what can I factor out of this first part? And so let's see, I've got that 3, and I can also take out, I'm just going to leave that 3 out there, right? I can bring out a 2x, because if I take out a 2x, that's going to leave me with just 2x right there. If I take a 2x out of that negative 6x, that's just going to be minus 3, okay? And then what can I take out of this? I can only take a 3, so minus 3, and that's going to be a 2x. If I take a minus 3 out of a positive 9, that's going to end up being a negative 3, because those two make up 9. Remember all of this sitting outside that 3. And look what I get, 2x minus 3. I get 3, and I get, if I factored it out, I get a 2x minus 3, and then I've got another 2x minus 3. So it's 2x minus 3 squared, and there's only one zero. It's that 3 over 2. And that's my answer, D.